And welcome to another edition of Confederate Shop's Hidden Gem. So this week I have a very fascinating account to tell you about in the book 4 Years with Morgan and Forrest. And this book is our hidden gem of the week. This genuinely is a hidden gem. It is a book that runs about 400 pages, a little over 400 pages, and it's jam-packed full of fascinating information about an individual who not only served in John Hunt Morgan's famous raid into Indiana and Ohio, but also served with General Nathan Bedford Forrest. And I'll tell you what, everything in between is so fascinating about this man. So 4 Years with Morgan and Forrest was first published in 1914 by Thomas Franklin Barry. He was a colonel in both John Hunt Morgan's army and later Nathan Bedford Forrest's army, but he saw action in the battles of Perryville and Chickamauga. He was also present with John Hunt Morgan in Morgan's famous raid into Ohio and Indiana, where Morgan was eventually captured. Now, he was captured with Morgan and escaped with Morgan as well. Now, the interesting thing about Thomas Franklin Barry is that he evaded or escaped Yankees no less than 13 times, according to his report. Now, he was at Rock Island Prison. He was at a couple other prisons, but he evaded the Yankees many times. And he also had run-ins with Quantrill and Quantrill's raiders as well. So this man has plenty of great stories to tell in his 4 Years with Morgan and Forrest account. Now, even more so, what's fascinating about this individual, and this book is not really going to cover it, is that after the war, Mr. Barry was one of the Confederates that refused to surrender. And he actually traveled down south to South America and fought in various wars down there, and eventually joined up with the U.S. forces and served in the Boxer War over in China. So this man knew combat. He was very familiar with guerrilla warfare, and he was just a fascinating individual. Later in his life, he also dedicated much of his time to the Confederate Veterans Organization down there in Oklahoma. So this character is surely a colorful guy. And this book is chock full of fascinating information. Like I said, the exploits of John Hunt Morgan and Nathan Bedford Forrest, two of the South's most fascinating characters. If I do say so myself, I personally find the battle out west, the war out west, very fascinating and interesting. It was very brutal. It was not as organized, in my opinion, as the Army of Northern Virginia over here in the East, which makes for a very interesting state of circumstances. But this week, it's 4 Years with Morgan and Forrest. Now, like many of my other hidden gems, I didn't have a lot. I might have had 20 copies. This book, I have plenty. So if you order this, you will get it within less than a week. So it's going to be on a great sale. This book normally sells for $20, so check it out. It's going to be on sale probably until Monday of next week. So get this deal while you can. It's a large book at a fantastic price. So thank you for supporting our efforts here at ConfederateShop.com and for supporting our hidden gem of the week. Thanks for watching.